crime rises, so does the number of police officers patrolling our streets. Recently, a new class of recruits received their badges and became a part of the rural Cayman Islands Police Service. We followed 3 young Caymanians on their journey filled with patience, strength, and endurance.
Training has been intense, it has been fun, it has been an experience of a lifetime.
It's an experience Jody Ann Tater, Ruthnie Clark, Leo Anglin, and other recruits shared for 14 weeks. They spent the time training in and out of the classroom, memorizing laws, running physical drills, and conducting mock investigations. Although pretend they even solved an armed robbery case.
My biggest lesson was self-discipline. Having to get up at certain hours of the day, having to go sleep at certain times of the night just to make sure that I can get certain things done. Discipline in a sense where with my academics I had to keep that going.
The biggest lesson I've learned is teamwork. I'll use an example. We had a trip to the north side caves where we had to all work together in order to circumnavigate through each tunnel and so forth to get to the end. In order for us to do so, we needed the help of each other and you know, flashlights and so forth. So at the end of that, we came through and everyone felt rejoiceful, and it was a great experience.
Physically, I have been pushed past the limit that I thought I had. My physical exam was amazing. Mentally, I have gained exposure, I've gained knowledge, and patience as well. So this training was in fact very effective.
People of different ages, races, and genders made up the class and prepared the recruits for the greater diversity they'll face on the job. The RCIPS hopes more people like this will join forces with the department.
As many of the residents on the island will be aware, they've had concerns about rising crime, and there's a real perception that things are changing on the island. We're not seeking to grow the police force, we're seeking to fill all the vacancies. What I want people to see are police officers in all areas on the islands. It's about public confidence, it's about reassurance. It is about being able to be robust in challenging those people on the island who commit crime and who would spoil it for the rest of us. Traditionally, there's always been challenges in getting sufficient numbers of officers into the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. What you do need to be is between 18 and 45. You need to be physically fit. You need to pass our examination standards. And if you're not Caymanian, then you need to have lived on the island for 4 consecutive years, or at least have a very strong connection to Caymanian families.
Interested applicants should know there are risks involved.
Is it dangerous? Yeah, I think so. But actually that's part of the reason some of these people want to be involved. They don't want a day job, they don't want to be sat behind a desk, they want to be there where whatever's going. The one thing about policing is you meet the very worst of people, but you also meet the very best. Okay? So with those, yes, you may get angry, yes, you may be assaulted, you will never get bored. It will always be interesting. Because one thing about it, this job is about people and dealing with people, and no 2 people are the same, no day is the same, no 2 issues are identical.
The risks won't change Tater, Clark, and England's minds. Clark hopes to land a position in forensics.
I was interested in the forensics field, and I actually wanted to join the Scenes of Crime department, and I was encouraged to become a police officer, just for not only the security but for the experience. And I thought about it some more, and I always have wanted to be a good example for my family and my peers, and being a police officer, that is definitely a positive influence that I could make.
And England is assigned to the Marine Unit.
I decided to become a police officer. It has always been, because it's always been a childhood dream of mine. I've been through quite a few professions, and each time I've always found myself coming back to law enforcement. I moved home to Grand Cayman in 2008, and I seen an opportunity to become a police officer, so I took heed to it, and here I am now.
As for Tater,
learning for me never stops, and I feel like a few years from now I want to be in a very progressive state. I don't necessarily want to say where I want to be, but I know that I will be trying my ever best to progress. My class, I would like to say, It was a pleasure meeting everyone, getting to know everyone. It was different being around people who you didn't know and then getting to know them, spending sometimes more time with them than you did with your own families. And I will never forget this experience.
If you would like to experience the RCIPS, just log on to their website, www.rcips.ky. There you can click on Careers and download or print an application. The next open house for more information will be held on Saturday, the 16th of January at the Police Training Center in Governor Square. Just call 946-2012 for all the details. That number again is 946-2012.